Let's read Victor Vicuna's Volcano Vacation. Spring vacation had arrived. Alpha Betty was saying goodbye to all her students. Victor Vicuna's parents waved from their van. "It's time to leave, Victor. We have a long drive ahead of us." "Now don't worry, Victor," said Alpha Betty. "You'll have a lovely vacation." Victor's family was going to Verna's Volcano Village, and Victor's vivid imagination was making him nervous. Verna Aardvark advertised 7 heavenly cabins on Shiver River. Victor imagined a freezing cold river with heaving chunks of ice. Verna's ad also said, "Visit Vampire Cave." Victor imagined a cave filled with vampire bats. Then the ad said, "See a marvelous view of Stovetop Volcano." Victor imagined a big volcano spewing rivers of red-hot lava. Verna added, "Our pet raven will welcome you when you arrive." Victor had visions of a large, scary bird with a loud, screechy voice. Victor's family finally arrived at Verna's Volcano Village. Immediately, a huge raven swooped down. "Caw! Caw!" it screeched. Victor covered his head. "Go away!" he shouted. Verna Aardvark came running. "Don't be afraid. This is our pet raven. Her name is Neva Moore." Victor stared at Neva nervously. Verna took Victor's family to their cabin. Neva Moore hovered over Victor. "You can leave now, Neva," Victor whispered. "Please." The next morning, Victor's family set out on their first adventure. They walked down a weaving path to Shiver River. Gentle waves splashed on the rocks. There were no heaving chunks of ice. Victor ventured out onto some rocks. Suddenly, Neva Moore dove down beside him. Victor ducked, then whoosh! He slipped into the chilly river. "Help!" Victor cried. "Save me!" Dad grabbed Victor's life vest. Then his parents heaved him ashore. Dad carried a shivering, quivering Victor back to the cabin. Neva hovered behind them. "Go away, Neva," Victor said. "You made me fall in the river." "Maybe Neva was just trying to warn you about the slippery rocks," said Mom. Maybe, thought Victor, but maybe not. The next day, Victor's parents planned another adventure to Vampire Cave. Neva followed them again. Neva led the way through a dark tunnel and into a vast cavern. It was like a fairyland. Then Victor looked up. Dark creatures hung from the ceiling, slowly moving their wings. "Vampire bats!" screamed Victor. The bats started flying wildly around the cavern. Neva dove down and hovered over Victor. Frantically, Victor ran out of the cave, all the way back to the cabin. Neva Moore flew right behind him. Soon Mom and Dad arrived. They said those were not vampire bats, Victor, and Neva was probably just trying to protect you. "I don't know," Victor said in a low voice. "I think Neva may be a vampire raven." On the third day, Victor's parents planned to visit Stovetop Volcano. Visions of red-hot lava filled Victor's imagination. I vote against visiting Stovetop, Victor said, but Mom and Dad outvoted him. Victor and his parents hiked to the top of the volcano. Of course, Neva followed them. They all admired the lovely view of the volcano's crater. Suddenly, Neva began acting nervous. She waved her wings, she cawed loudly, and she started hopping down the trail. Then she turned and stared at Victor. Victor stared back, and he began to wonder. Was Neva trying to warn him about something? What if she wasn't a vampire raven? What if she really was trying to protect him? Quickly, Victor turned to his parents. Mom, Dad, I think we should follow Neva. Neva flew just ahead of Victor and his parents. As they ran, the ground began to vibrate. A plume of vapor curled up from the crater. Victor had never run so fast. By the time they reached Verna's village, the volcano was quiet again. Old Stovetop was showing off for you today, Verna said. Sometimes our volcano likes to rumble and grumble and vent a little vapor. Neva can sense when that's about to happen. Victor smiled. He sat down beside Neva. You really were trying to keep me safe from the rocks and the bats and the volcano. Thank you, Neva. And Neva said, caw. When spring vacation was over, Victor brought his favorite photo to school. Of course, it was a photo of Victor Vicuna and his new friend, that clever raven, Neva Moore. Thank you for reading with me.